What's up, guys? This is my 2015 Jeep JK 4-door Rubicon, and pretty much replaced everything. I've had this about 8 months, and I pretty much replaced everything in the suspension and steering. Got the King coilovers, got with the Evo bolt-on kit, and Evo high clearance long arms. 2.5 ton fusion steering, rare parts, ball joints, bunch of new parts in there. And I was having some wandering issues driving down the highway. It was just very hard to keep it going dead down the highway. So I had the alignment checked. The alignment was good, and I noticed some play in the sector shaft, which is also in one of my last videos. You can search it. And when you're shaking the wheel back and forth, you could see the sector shaft moving back and forth under there. So I had decisions to make. You know, I could either go with aftermarket PSC, the big bore box, or I could stick with the new factory box, or I could go with the factory box that was tapped. And my goal with this Jeep eventually is V8 swap it. I don't know if I'm going to do Hemi or if I'm going to go with an LS, because I've had Tahoe, a lot of Tahoes, and that 5.3 LS is a good engine, reliable, would be perfect in this Jeep. So I might go with an LS swap. But either way, everything I've been doing with regarding modifications in the engine bay has been things that are capable to fit with a V8. And the big bore box, a lot of people buy those, I've been reading, and then they end up swapping them back to a stock steering box because they end up having issues with clearances between the pulleys, the motor mounts shift under torque and actually will hit the box, a lot of issues. So I went with the Redneck RAM. They sent me a new box. I didn't have time to send my box in because this is my daily driver, so they sent me a box. I swapped it out, did the whole job in a day. Put the new box in, ran the lines, welded the tabs, and got a 1.7 inch clamp for my Fusion 2.5 ton steering. And now driving down the road, I'll have to post a video, but the thing just drives straight. Take your hand off the wheel, 15 seconds, it's just driving straight down the highway. Maybe just a little correction here and there. We're talking the smallest amount on the wheel. And before I had all this slop in my box and a clunk, and this Jeep has 44,000 miles. Have not abused it. When I got it at 32,000, there wasn't a scratch on the bottom. There was no dirt on the bottom. I don't think it was ever off-roaded. So it just goes to show you how bad these factory boxes are when you go to bigger tires and you start doing off-roading with them. If you're a mall crawler, you're probably going to be okay. But I go out and I work this thing hard. So that's where I'm at. I'll show you my setup right here. Alright. So you're not going to be able to see much from up here, but there's that right there is the new box that was rebuilt. And that line right there, that is one of the fittings that is coming off the new box. That goes to the Ram, right? That one. And then that one, which is right down here, okay? That's also going to the driver side of the Ram, passenger side of the Ram. 1, 2, those are your factory lines that go up to your steering pump. All right, very easy. So I got a little leak I gotta fix. It's coming out of one of the lines. I just need to retighten. But here's the Ram, and I welded on the tabs to the RTEC track bar mount. It is pretty much dead parallel, and if you look at it from this way, it is parallel that way. Alright. The washers was just for mock-up. I'm going to get a solid spacer in there. And the thing just drives good down the highway. It just drives good. One hand on the wheel. I went out to a dirt lot a few minutes ago, threw on 4 low, put in 4 low, threw on the front locker, and at a dead stop, my tires are aired up to 30, 28, but at a dead stop, I mean, it's just turning the wheel lock to lock, like it's not even in, like the locker's not even on, like it's in two-wheel drive. So the thing has done a good job. On the freeway, it might be a hair twitchy at times if you're accelerating because your RPMs go up, makes pressure in the pump go up, and it may feel a hair twitchy, but it's not that big of a deal. It's really not. I think this is way better than the stock box untapped. And then my next step is to go with the sector shaft brace from Synergy because I'm already running their truck bar mount. So I'm gonna get the sector shaft brace just to, because I know even even that thing brand new box, it probably has a tiny bit of movement with the big tires pulling on that little sector shaft. So that will stabilize that. And yeah, it's so far a good setup. I have no complaints besides my leak, which I got to fix right now. But that's not a big deal. So yeah, so far I recommend the Redneck RAM. It's not leaking from the RAM or anything like that. It's just the fitting that the hose that screws onto the fitting for the driver's side line. One of my lines, this one, you can see it kind of hangs down too far, so I'm gonna have to get a new hose that's gonna run up a little bit better and not hang down so much. I just put a zip tie just to keep it all off everything so there's clearance, so it's not rubbing on the diff cover, just for now. All right, take care guys. Any questions, let me know.